Alright, picking up where we left off. I had to stop and eat, but I haven't changed anything, so I haven't watched the previous video, but I want to say that we left off. We had just trimmed this down to 85. See some things changing. Has me creeped out a little bit. So we'll grab this address, we'll rescan it for the same thing, but should bring it down a little bit. Nope, nothing, really. Alright, well, we're going to close the game. We're going to do the same thing. This seemed to work really well. Children tend to get the same traits and skills as their assigned guardian. Ain't that the truth? I remember I had this kid and I gave him this guardian that lived in the woods and, oh, wait, we're done. Okay. So we'll launch the game again. Go here. Reattach said cheat engine to said game. Do we have anything? No. And that makes perfect sense. So we'll go to continue. Do we have anything yet? No. Go to continue. Trying to keep an eye on this maybe as we load some of the game. There we go. See it start to populate there a little bit. There's obviously some crazy values down here, which we're not going to worry too much about. But again, just to be sure, you can see we have a bunch here that have no value or anything. And then we have a bunch that do, a couple that don't, a few more that do. These are crazy. And then some that don't, some that do. So let's go in and open the PDA and walk through that whole menu chain and see what happens with the rest of those values. Got quite a few changes from when we last dug through the list. So let's spend a point and go back, take a peek. Got 33, 33. Definitely getting down there. Confirm. Alright, definitely clearing out more results. So we'll close the PDA. Just see what we got. Are all of these the same address? Indeed they are. So obviously we're interested. Oh, got a few change in there. Let's rescan the address. What is the address? 17F6DB90. When you're retyping this stuff manually, just be real sure you're typing it right. I mean, it would really suck to go from 25 million to 500 to 85 to 0 because you had a typo. I mean, it's no big deal because you can go back and reopen it and go back to the previous pointer scan. But again, just pay attention to what you're doing. Address defined 17F6DB90. Yep. Down to 73. We're going to wait a second. Let's open this menu back up. A bunch of them go away. That's interesting. Do we want to branch off? Let's close it. See if they all go back. Not all of them, but certainly most. So we'll just wait a second. We'll rescan. 66. Got rid of a couple. So let's open it and close it again. Anything? No. This is sort of the process you'll go through. You know, fiddle around with the menus, and especially when it comes to manage code and stuff like that, you're gonna find yourself in this sort of scenario. I mean, at this point, we could probably just start adding a pointer, restarting the game, and things like that, sort of really working down the list. That's something that we might do. Let's how do I want to proceed from here? Let's click on that. And what are we at here? Let's go with 32. Let's see what we get. Does everything change to 32? Most of them do, yes. So how do we want to interpret that result? Is that modifying the interface value, or is that modifying the actual value for the player? It's got to be the actual value, because if we come over here and we add 17F6DB90 and then we change that to 100, obviously it's instantly reflected over here, And then if we do that, oh, see, it's not always so cut and dry. Oh, that might be interesting. So there's a value for the interface that's not being reflected. Or maybe not even for the interface, but certainly for this menu. I bet if we go to confirm, it's 73. I bet if we go to confirm or if we backed out of the menu, let's do that. Instead of going to confirm and, doing some sort of commit, let's back out of the menu. We got 33 left. See, now we got 33 back again over here. Are these all interface values, or are we insane? No, 33 is 33. Let's try that one more time. Let's change this to 100. 26. Instead of backing out of the menu, we're going to confirm it. And now we have 93 karma. So that's an example of how you have to be careful about what you're doing in menus, because you're triggering different sections, different logic in the game about, what's committing what value, what's not committing the value. And, is there a place in memory where the previous value was stored? It's certainly possible. And there's, no reason why we would have found that with the pointer scans that we've been doing. So at this point, we know, or at least I highly suspect, that one of these pointers is going to work. Let's see if we can. I hate sorting it. Every time I sort it, I feel like I screw it up. So let's go with. Fuck it, we're going to sort it. All right. Go with the first one. We're not even going to go with the first one. We're going to close this down. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do something crazy. We're going to close the game down. We're going to wait. We're going to refresh. We're going to minimize cheat engine. Going to restart the game. Bring cheat engine back up. Oh, we didn't wait long enough for the stupid Steam sync. Cheat engine. All right. Let's attach it. We're going to do it now. None of these mean anything because there's no character. I'm going to go to new game. We're going to mix this up. When you get down to this many pointers, it helps to sort of mix things up a lot so you can really sort of weed it out. We could have done this before, but I felt no need to. We were trimming results down at a rapid rate, so I figured why mess with a good thing. Now, if we have any amount of luck, which is in real damn short supply sometimes, all tab out right now. We should have 33. That's all right. So we are on the right track. We are making profit. Open this back up. And do that. We're going to do this. Gonna double check. Got a couple that say 33. I don't know. These top two seem to be money. We'll spend a point. Confirm it. Close it. Go back. See, the rest of them sort of snapped in, but I'm thinking that these top two are what we want. See if we can maybe prove that point. We're not going to close the pointer scanner, but we're definitely going to minimize it. How am I doing on hard drive space? I always sort of that. All right, we got time. We're doing all right. We're trimming the results down fast enough that my hard drive is not being abused. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're just going to forget the main menu. Got tons of guys here. We're just going to load, I don't know, some guy. And if we have his karma value, I'm going to call this a done deal. Oh, it's too bad. It's typical. It's never that easy. But maybe it's not that simple. Maybe we got to open up the PDA. Nothing yet? Maybe we got to do that. Still attached to the right process, right? See why we wouldn't be. All right. do that. Let's go to spend karma. Oh, I don't know. Let's open up this thing. That's not what I want to do. Oh shit, it's all blank. The fuck am I doing wrong? How is that possible? Snaps in for this character. What is going on? Of course, it has to do this because I'm actually recording right now. That's why this has to break my balls. Yeah, I realize there's a lot of dead air, but I'm busy. I'm thinking about some things. All right, so now we got some stuff here. It's 34 is what we should have, but as soon as we bring that up and go back, we get nothing. Go to spend karma. So now we're back to nothing. What is that about? We go to 31. There you go. So now we're back to 31. What the fuck is going on? This is a problem. Close the game. Restart the game. Wait a second. And restart the game. Load game. I don't remember the exact one. I want to say it was this dude. Yeah, so we're not going to reattach it just yet. Do that. Now we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Now we'll reattach it. I have to cut this off, but you look at the clock, it's 6:50. I'm going to pick this up about 30 seconds and see if we can figure this out. It's possible we just had the wrong pointer values down here, but there was a time when all these over here were blank, which makes me believe that we had really screwed the pooch at some point.